Hey guys, so you want to start dropshipping? This is the video for you, especially if you're a beginner, because I've been dropshipping since January 2021 and I've learned quite a few things and I know what to avoid and yeah, a few tricks and tips and tricks, yeah. So if you want to learn a few tips and tricks and what to avoid, what to do before you start dropshipping, this is the video for you. Yeah, basically I started dropshipping January 2021 with a friend. So I would consider doing that. Basically, I didn't have a lot of money then. I didn't have enough capital to start out. So me and him decided that we're going to do it together and split everything 50-50. So the store, we created a store through Shopify. So the monthly cost, we split it 50-50, and the money we used to run ads, we split that 50-50. Everything we put in to the store, we did 50-50. So we split the profits as well. So yeah, that part kind of hurts, all the money that you guys made, but it was fun. It was fun. We went through that adventure together and we learned a lot together. He kind of helped me a lot because I think if I did dropshipping by myself, I would have gave up a long time ago, because we went through trial and error and he basically motivated me to keep going and to reach a certain point while dropshipping. So now I'm kind of like, I know what to do, what to avoid, things like that. So those are the things that I'm gonna be telling you today. Yeah. Basically, let's see. Creating too many stores around the same product, that will be the first point. That is something that you should probably avoid, So basically, let's say, for example, I remember our first store was about, it was a perfume store. We sold perfumes. So yeah, creating too many stores around the same product, is it? Yeah, so basically, let's say you're on some sort of trend, you created a store around some sort of trend, for example, like fidget spinners. I don't know if you remember those, but yes. So if you create a store around a specific product and and it starts getting traction, starts getting sales, and it's doing well, so you want to capitalize. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, you can do that, but if you want to run a business, if you want to run your Shopify store and create a business, you should create different stores around different products and not like the same product. So when when the trend is over and another trend starts catching on, your store will die, all your stores will die, your streams of revenue. So if you created like 3 or 4 stores, 2, 3, 4 stores around that same product, all those stores will stop getting sales. So creating more than one store with different product is a good idea. So if you created 2 stores, one that sells shoes and one that sells something else, maybe, I don't know, some sort of gadget, then if one store stops getting sales, you'll probably still get sales on the other store, instead of both stores selling gadgets. And yeah, once people stop buying those gadgets, both stores starts to suffer and you lose both streams of income. So I guess that's the first point. Try to create stores with different products and try not to create too many stores with the same product. But if you want to capitalize on that specific product, I guess you could do so, but just be careful. That's what I'm just trying to say. So yes, the second tip, or like something that you try to avoid, is supplier problems. It's very hard to get a very reliable supplier in South Africa. So suppliers always have problems. It's either they deliver too late or they have like a long delivery date. So they either like deliver in like a month or so, or more than a month, and not Yeah, so a month or so, or they run out of stock and now you have to refund all the money back to the customers. Something, there's always a problem, or they don't have that specific product that you want, that specific product that you want. So you should always have more than one supplier. Try to get more than one supplier, and try to get a supplier that's not oversaturated. So like basically a supplier that not all your friends around you use, because I have friends that are also dropshippers and we sometimes share like suppliers. So sometimes the supplier might not always have what you want, and you'd have to refund that specific that the money that you made, which is always a problem. But yeah, supplier problems. Try Make sure that you have a reliable supplier that sells good quality products, because if that supplier doesn't sell good quality products, then your customer will always want a refund, and that's not what we want. So make sure that you get a good quality supplier that's reliable, that always ships on time and meets the deadline. So those suppliers are kind of hard to get, but once you do get a supplier like that, then most of the things about dropshipping are smooth sailing. I swear, I had a lot of problems with suppliers, and they caused like most of my stress. So if you get a good quality supplier that sells quality things, that ships on time and has good prices, that's pretty hard to get. That's pretty rare. But if you get a supplier like that, then you're in good hands. Then everything will be smooth, or most things, not everything, but yeah. So good quality suppliers. Now the third point or tip is well, when we started, I started with a friend. So I started dropshipping with a friend just to help out with like the income, the capital to start out. So when we started, we had loads of problems. Like no one around us, our group of friends were really helping us that much. So but oh yeah, the first real big problem we had was with marketing and how to get visitors to our store. So there are like a few ways you could market your store, like through social media, like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and also you could market your store with Google Ads. You can use Google Ads, but Google Ads are very expensive, effective, but also very expensive. So if you're just starting out, and unless you have a lot of money, then I would advise you to start with something like Facebook ads or Instagram ads, or something like that. I've never used TikTok ads, but Facebook ads can get very complicated as well, just like in Google ads. So we started out with Instagram ads, where we would post our ads, like pictures, our ads, or maybe even reels. If you want to post a reel and show off your product, that's a very good way to show off your product, since reels are catching on these days. So but we posted like pictures of the product that we were selling, which were perfumes at the time. We first started with perfumes, and then we moved on to like shoes and things like that. So you could post like pictures of shoes, the shoes that you sell. So the problems that you could run into while doing that, with Instagram, it's easier. You just post the shoes and then promote it. Make sure that your Instagram page is not on what is it, personal, it's on professional or something like that. Professional or creator settings, not personal settings, or you won't be able to promote. But once you set it to professional or creator settings, you will be able to promote. So you just promote that picture, and yeah. So basically, it is that easy. You don't have to set up anything like in the back end or anything like that, like in Facebook ads. But it probably costs a bit more. So more, not as much as like Google ads, but yeah. With Facebook ads, you probably put in little money, and or as much money as in Instagram ads, but you get a whole more visitors with Facebook ads. So you put in the same amount of money as you do in Instagram ads, but you probably get a whole more visitors. And then with Instagram ads, you do get a lot of visitors, but the more visitors you want, the more money you have to put in. So, but I do still recommend Instagram ads when you're starting out. So you just promote the pictures and all the video. But I would recommend the problems that we ran into doing that were Instagram would take down our promotions if you should like adhere to the guidelines, Instagram guidelines or Facebook guidelines. Also Facebook, when we tried out Facebook marketing and promoting our pictures and ads on Facebook would usually like pull them down and say that we did something wrong or something like that. They just gave us a lot of trouble. Facebook always gives us trouble, so we did Instagram because it was easier, and when they like stop your ads, when Facebook stops your ads, sorry about that, when Facebook like takes down your ads, they don't really tell you why. They just do it. They just disable your ad account. So I would say Instagram ads is the way to go, and also try to post pictures with your logo on it, your store logo, since we were trying to build not just a store but like a business, so it had a logo. Once you put in your logo and like claim that product, then Instagram is less likely to pull down your ad. So yeah, try not to get disabled. Try not to post other people's pictures. Try to create your own ad. So create your own ad and post it on that account. And also the amount of followers that you should have on Facebook. We started out with around 200. We got a few sales with like 200 followers, so that was great. And I would say at least have an account with 1,000 followers. 1,000 followers. The ideal amount of followers would be 5,000, but at least have an account with 5,000 followers or so. But if you do not, I guess it's fine using less, as long as you have the money to like advertise and you have good quality pictures, ads. The ads that you created are good quality on your account. They look professional. Your store looks professional. Then you are in good hands. So the fourth point of this video is payment gateway used. The payment gateway that we used. So we didn't use PayPal or anything like that. There are a number of payment gateways that you can use on Shopify, but we used a payment gateway called Paystack. So it's very simple to set up. So if you need me to make a video on how you set up your payment gateway, how you create an account, and how you connect it to your Shopify store, then you can just say so in the comments. That I know to create that video is very easy, but can get confusing here and there for some people. But so yeah, if you need me to do so, just say so in the comments. And while we're on, so please subscribe and like this video. But yes, payment gateway, we used Paystack. It is very reliable. It was for us. It still is. We still use it. So, and the customer service is great. If you have a complaint or if you want to ask something, they will like answer you within like 8 hours or something like that. They don't really take too long to answer you, and they can help you with anything you want, any questions. So yeah, it's very reliable, and every time a customer purchases and they use that gateway, we would always receive the money. And if we did a refund, they would always receive their money. They would always get a message that told them that Paystack took out this amount of money and transferred it to this, and they'd like notify them. So yes, it was great using Paystack. So yeah, basically I'm having a bit of trouble setting the screen recorder, but just go on Google or whatever search browser you use and search Paystack, create an account, and connect that account to your Shopify store. So if you have a bit of trouble, just comment down below or anything like that. Then I'll release a video on how to connect your payment gateway to your Shopify store. It's very easy. Just go to settings and things like that. Settings, payment gateway. Choose the payment gateway that you use. So you go to settings, payment gateway. Then on payment gateway, there'll be a variety of payment gateways like Paystack, PayPal, whatever. And then you go to Paystack. You click Paystack. Then they will have like pins. They'll have like pins. If you do so, you will know what I'm talking about. Then you just connect your private keys. They're called keys, not pins. You just put your public and private key, your Paystack public and private key. So once you create your Paystack account, you'll have things called keys. So you take those keys, copy those keys, and paste them on your Shopify store. So you go to your Paystack and get the public key, copy it, and paste it on your Shopify slot. There's a slot where it's written like public key. Then you paste it there. Then you take your private key and paste it on your private key on your Shopify, and then you save, and then your payment gateways are connected. So, but if you still need me to show it, just comment down below. So yes. So the next point. Sorry guys, I'm having trouble with my screen recorder. But all these things are pretty straightforward, so I guess I don't really need to show you, just do them. They're pretty straightforward. So the next one is domains. So you're going to need a domain when creating a Shopify store, but you can easily buy a domain. So basically when you're a beginner, the expenses would be your domain, the amount of money that you're going to use to advertise, and just the Shopify thing, the paying the platform. So because you get like a 40-day free trial, and then you have to pay at the beginning of the 40 days, but you can still cancel it. So what we actually did, a friend of mine, me and my friend, before I get to the domains, if we didn't like get sales, we'd just cancel the subscription before the 14 days end, so we didn't have to pay. Then we'd restart and create the store again and set up everything. So we'd get another 14 days until we had enough money to pay the subscription. So until we got enough sales and we were comfortable, domains. Where to buy your domain? We bought our domains on GoDaddy. I would show you right now, but so just search GoDaddy on your browser, and it's pretty easy to use. Purchase a domain. So basically search the domain that you want. So let's say your store sells shoes and the name of your store is called Flipkicks, for example. So just search flipkicks.com or flipkicks.com or flipkicks.co.za or flipkicks.net, whatever. So, but I would recommend that you use .co.za if you're in South Africa, since most websites use .co.za in South Africa. So yeah, search flipkicks.co.za and purchase the domain. So yeah, that's about it. And then after purchasing your domain, you'll be able to connect that domain to your Shopify store after a couple of hours, I think, or minutes, like 30 minutes to an hour. So after purchasing your domain, go to your Shopify store, go to settings, and then domains, and then connect domain automatically. So if I remember correctly, you go to domains, search that domain that you bought. So on Shopify, go to domain settings, domains, then search the domain that you bought, which would be flipkicks.co.za. after searching the domain, it will give you two options: connect automatically or connect manually. So we also had like problems there at first. Our domains wouldn't connect automatically, so we'd have to connect them manually. Now that's a lot of trouble and a lot of work, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So it requires research and all that. But hopefully, when you buy a domain, you can just connect it automatically. But I will create more videos on dropshipping, and I'll probably show you guys how you connect manually. So yeah, after searching your domain, you connect automatically. That's after you wait for like 30 minutes. So you wait 30 minutes after purchasing your domain, then yeah, connect automatically. Then what will pop? A screen will pop out where you have to put in your password. So when creating, when you buy a domain on GoDaddy, you have to create an account. So write down every password. Write down all your passwords for your Shopify store, your GoDaddy accounts, everything. So write down they're gonna need the password for your GoDaddy account to link the domain, your domain name, to your Shopify store. So put in the password and then connect automatically. So once you're done with your domain. Maybe you're done, I think. Yeah, you're done with your domain, and then your domain is now connected. So that's where to buy the domain and how to set it up. The next point. Now, the next point is dealing with customer complaints and refunds. So last year we were quite new to dropshipping. So, and dealing with customers and all that, that's the thing that I probably hated the most, dealing with customer complaints. I was always afraid of checking checking up on the customer, because they'd always complain about the delivery time. Everyone wants things like quick. They want it when they buy it now, they want it now, or at least tomorrow. So our supplier took a week to ship for the customer to receive their product, which is pretty fast to me, a week. So you just have to reassure the customer. So reassure the customer, if like you have a tracking link, send them your tracking link, or a way for them to track their parcel. So yeah, send them a tracking link, just to reassure them that the product that they ordered will be there on time, on time. And if they have any complaints, just try to correct them as quickly as possible. You have to deal with these things, even though I didn't like to. I learned quickly that you have to deal with these things. Don't ignore your customer when they email you. Check your emails on a daily basis, like just on a daily basis. I'll check them every like 3 hours or something like that. So check your emails, and check if you are doing advertising through Instagram and they found your website through Instagram, they'll probably DM you as well. So check your DMs, check everything, your WhatsApp, business WhatsApp. If you downloaded business WhatsApp, then check that as well. Answer all messages as quickly as possible. Reassure them that everything will be okay. And I remember we flopped with our first customer. Our supplier did not have the type of perfume that the customer ordered. They ran out of stock in that type of perfume. So we sent a wrong perfume on purpose. I don't know why we did that. We were still like, fresh, new to dropshipping. The customer was livid. He was so angry. He demanded a refund. But then, what did we do? We told him that we can send him his preferred product the following week, but he can still keep the perfume that we sent him. Then he said okay, he'll do so. And yeah, that's how we dealt with the first customer complaint. So, but if they do want a refund, you should probably always give them a refund, unless, I don't know. Yeah, just give them a refund. It hurts, I know, but yeah, Now the next tip or point I don't know how many tips and points I gave you guys so far, but the next one is create sales where people can use, create sales where people can use discounts or like off prices, just create to boost more sales so you can get more money. Just create sales, let's say like 30% off or 15% off, or create like discount codes and send your customers, let's say once a customer buys, you have the information, right? You have like the address, the email, the phone number, and all that. So you can get in contact with them. So let's say if a customer buys today and then you send them their product next month, you could email them and tell them that you have a sale going on. So maybe they can buy again and they can use the discount code or anything like that. So also write it on your banner, on your announcement bar. It's called an announcement bar, the top page banner thing on your website. So just to tell your customers or whoever is viewing your store that there is a sale going on, like a 15% sale, 20% sale, or anything like that, or buy one get one free. So once a customer visits your store, the announcement bar up top, if you've ever created a Shopify store, then you do know what an announcement bar is. So yeah, just write 15% off and all that, just so the customer knows that there is a current sale going on. And then also probably write it on notify your customers on your Instagram, like on stories and all that, like 15% off today for whatever, or this month or this week. So when there is like some sort of holiday or some sort of sale, like Black Friday sales, right? Buy one get one free Black Friday sale, or Christmas sales or anything like that, Easter sales, Valentine's Day. It depends what you're selling to create these sort of sales, but I guess you can do it around anything. If you sell like clothing, yeah, just 20% off pair of jeans for this amount of time, this and that. So create sales to like boost the customers, boost your money, boost the amount of money that you make, and to entice your customers to buy more, because that's what you need. You don't only need visitors to your store, but you have to entice them to buy on your store. So I think that is it. And then the last tip that I'm gonna give you guys for when I started dropshipping with my friend is, because we had little money to start with, we would run ads on Instagram, right? As I said, so we would run ads on paydays. Yes, on paydays when people got paid. So we would run ads for like 3 days on Instagram. So on Instagram, you can choose how long you want to run the ads for, how much, and how much you want to spend for each specific day. So we'd run ads for like 3 days and see how they do, if you make sales or not, and then another 3 days, and another 3 days, and another 3 days. That's how we did it. So we started with like 50 Rand a day. So we ran ads for like 150. So like 50, 50, 50, 3 days, one ad campaign. So basically, the more sales you get, the more you can bump up your ads. So what did I want to say? Oh yeah, we ran ads because we didn't have a lot of money. We ran ads on paydays, like the 15th when people get paid. So we ran each ad campaign like for 3 days, so 15, 16, 17, because people had money during those days, and we ran ads on the 25th and on the 30th. So it would be like 15, 16, 17, then 25th, 26th, 26th, 27th, and then 30, 31 or the first, and then 1, 2, 3, or yeah, just like that. We ran ads on those specific days, since we didn't have enough money to run ads throughout the whole month or throughout the whole week, because we noticed that sometimes people do not have money on the the 7th or anything like that, you know, like the middle of the month, or like random days. Don't just run ads on random days unless you have the money for it, because remember, the more money you put in to running ads, the more visitors you'll get to your store, so the more money you can make. So if you have little capital to start out with, you should probably run ads on paydays instead of like the 7th or the 9th, where people don't really have money. You might get a sale here and there if you do so. If you're running with little income, little capital. So I'm not saying don't do it at all, but just a piece of advice for if you do not have a lot of money, because sometimes you'd run ads for maybe like from the 5th to like the 8th, and you wouldn't get any sales, and it just feels like a waste of money, especially if you do not have a lot of money. It kind of hurts. So those are my tips and tricks, and like, yeah, just I hope you guys learned a few things and know what to avoid and what to do. So if you guys want me to release more dropshipping videos, or show you guys how to create a store, how to just scale it and things like that, then write down on the comments more dropshipping videos, things like that, and like this video so I know that you guys enjoyed it, and also subscribe so when I release more dropshipping videos, then you will get them. So turn on the notification bell as well. So this channel is not only about dropshipping, so just in general ways to make money. If you want to make money online, just subscribe to this channel, because I do release videos consistently on that. And also, if you want to learn about finances in general, just how to budget and how to grow your finances, how to manage your finances in your 20s as a teenager, anything like that. If you want to learn about productivity, so it's kind of like a documentary, as I said. So you guys will learn what I learn and know the do's and don'ts of different things to do with basically anything. Just bye guys, peace.